Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Mystic Destinies. So we are on chapter 12 um, of Shinji's route, and yay! Okay, I don't, I don't know what that was for. I don't know. Anyway, chasing chasing hurricanes. Thank you. I hit my arm into my keys and it skipped. Anyway. I woke up unusually early today, groaning when I saw the number 6:48 when I looked at my phone. Since Shinji was once again gone from bed by the time I woke, I decided to roll out of bed and get ready to face the world. After a quick shower, I get dressed, humming a song I don't quite recognize. I find Shinji in the living room. Let's not have a repeat of the last time. Just like last time, he's enjoying a cup of coffee while reading something on his phone. I guess that's just what he normally does, in every morning. Okay. He looks up at me with a smile as I walk up to him. Good morning. You're up unusually early today. I giggle and take a seat at the kitchen table. I know, right? Shinji gets up with ease and quickly prepares me a cup. I breathe in the scent of fresh coffee with a smile. I think your weird sleeping habits have seriously rubbed off on me. He smirks at me over his cup of coffee. Or you just became the real you, a weirdo. I gasp so overdramatically that I think I might start laughing at my own reaction. How rude! Now you owe me another breakfast for being so rude to me. Fine. You want me to make you some now? No, Ugh. I'm actually so nervous about today that I don't think I can eat anything without throwing up. It really hit me just now after waking up that we've concocted a plot to capture an actual knight and we're going against a queen. It's like something out of a book. It's a little hard to believe that it's actually happening in this day and age. I mean, I know we live in this magical world, but I didn't always know about it, so sometimes things still feel strange and unreal to me. Shinji gets up again and grabs me something from the refrigerator. He hands me some cherry yogurt and a spoon. Ugh, since when do I even have yogurt in my fridge? I mean, maybe you should be concerned about how long it's been in there then. Here, at least try eating this. Despite my somewhat uncooperative stomach, I managed to eat some of the yogurt. I'm going to go meet Lachlan and my mom soon, so as per your plan, it'll be up to you to lure Cillian to us. Aye aye, Captain, I will go along with the plan exactly. He snorts. It's your plan, so wouldn't that make you the captain? Oh, yeah, I guess it would. Captain Inara Sparkles the Unicorn. I rather like the sound of that. I was thinking the exact same thing. It's like this game knows me. Shinji salutes me with a grin. All right then, Captain Inara. I hold back a giggle. It feels so strange to hear him call me captain. Strange, but nice. You know, a girl could get used to this. Fresh coffee made each morning, breakfast prepared. If you keep doing this, I might end up getting spoiled. Well, that's fine. Maybe I actually want to spoil you, even if it's just a little bit. Snap! Oh, that is just, oh, if we didn't love him already. Maybe I want to spoil you. How dare you say such things? You better mean it. You know. Oh. I don't know what to say to that. Just accept it and be happy and move on. An unfamiliar sort of giddiness builds and bubbles up inside me. I don't blame you. This kind of feels that way for me, and this isn't even my life. It feels like we're a newlywed couple sharing our morning like this, especially after the night we had together. Yeah. Thanks for making that awkward for me. Just what are you thinking about? I practically inhale my coffee when he asks this. From the look on his face, I wouldn't be surprised if he waited for me to start drinking to ask. He knows. I get myself to stop coughing and look at him, trying to desperately ignore my burning cheeks. I was thinking about last night, actually. I was going to say, why are you embarrassed about that? I mean, after the things that you probably did and that you made me read, I'm just guessing you shouldn't be embarrassed at this point. Oh? Want to go again? Maybe right on the kitchen table this time? I like him a lot. But please don't. I don't want to have to read it. I nearly choke on my coffee again. He doesn't stop himself from laughing this time. As tempting as that is, perhaps when we don't have a knight to capture and a queen's lies to bring to light. Shinji chuckles and gets up, stepping closer to me. I know. He leans down and gently kisses the top of my head. I'll see you later. Hopefully this mess will be over soon enough. As he walks out, I still can't stop smiling, even as I hear the apartment door close. I down the rest of my coffee and go to shower and get dressed before I head out as well. Didn't she already say she took a shower? Or was I like... Okay, I don't know. I thought she said she took a shower when she got up, but I'm guessing not. Or that was a typo. Whatevs. I stand in the middle of the street and look around. My heart beats nervously against my ribcage. I breathe in deeply to try and quell the nervous energy coursing through my body. I really hope this all works. No, it will. It has to. Cillian? I call out his name, doing my best to sound unsure. Nothing, but that was expected. I try again, this time letting my voice quiver. Cillian? Do I sound desperate enough? Cillian! Maybe I should have asked Sho for some acting lessons. As soon as I think that, I realize the acting lessons may not be quite necessary. Cillian makes himself known, walking out before me with a bow. Lady Inara, how did you know I was here? I didn't. I was kind of just hoping you were. Or that you could hear me somehow and appear. I'm desperate, so I decided to try this because it's urgent. Trying to sound as panicked and worried as I can, I begin to tell him the story of how Shinji has been acting weird lately. Time to pepper in some truth. We even had a fight recently when I suggested that he should give Sorsha a chance, that he should at least try to get to know her. I told him that if he did, he might see what a kind person she is. But he just freaked out on me, started shouting and throwing things. It was so unlike him that I was shocked. I sigh and look away, hoping I look appropriately downcast. Because he acted so out of character, I thought that something must be up. I admit, I followed him. It's wrong, and I shouldn't have, but I was so worried. Cillian nods along in understanding to my emotional explanation. He doesn't comment, however, silently urging me to continue with his eyes. I followed him around a few times, and I found out that he's been talking to Lachlan and Mickey. Somehow they found him, or he found them, I'm not even sure. At first I thought he just wanted some answers, which is why I went to the manor to look with him. But now I'm not so sure. Are they together now? Is that why you called me? Teary-eyed, I nod. Cillian speaks to me in such a gentle tone that I start to feel bad for tricking him like this. No, get it together, Inara. You can feel bad about this after the evil queen is dealt with. Do you know where they are? I nod again. With what Sorsha told me about Lachlan? And after the display I saw when they escaped, and the giant storm Mickey created, and then the curse, I'm afraid to get any closer to them on my own. Who knows what they could do to me this time? You won't be alone now. I'm here with you. Will you tell me where they are? I frantically shake my head no. I don't know how to explain. A flash of light fills the sky, and thunder roars, obscuring everything. Amusement wells up inside me, but I hide it behind a fearful facade. Oh, nice dramatic effect. Seeing the looming storm clouds, I feel my nervousness go away. As a reflection of the sky, I feel entirely calm. I'll take you there, but it's a bit of a walk, so I hope you're prepared. He looks thoughtful for a moment before holding out his hands to me. Take my hands and think of where we need to go. My pendant will transport us where needed. I work to maintain a serious expression, to keep the giddiness I feel hidden away. I feel bad for tricking him, but I also can't believe he's actually fallen for it. I don't trust the lightning, though. Maybe I'm a better actress than I realized. He takes my hands in his and closes his eyes. While he can't see, mine fall to the pendant around his neck. It's mostly hidden away by his armor, but I can still see it. For a moment, I almost want to just reach out and grab it now, but I know I should go along with my plan. I close my eyes and focus my mind on where we need to go. Nothing happens. Am I not doing something? Try to pull my hands away from Cillian, but he gives them a little squeeze. His gentle voice stops me from opening my eyes. It's okay. You can do this. The first time is always the hardest. I'm really worried that he's going to kidnap her and knows that she's lying, so I'm really concerned right now. I don't know how this is going to go. Just imagine the place, and the pendant will do the work. I take a deep breath and relax, trying to imagine the place we need to get to. Nothing happens still. I frown. Trying not to become too frustrated, my mind conjures up images of Shinji smiling down at me. I feel a strange tug at my chest, and for a brief moment, I feel like some invisible force is squeezing my whole body. As soon as I feel the ground shift under my feet, my eyes snap open. I push myself forward so that I stumble right into Cillian. Being so close to him, I can feel him stiffen in embarrassment, which I use to my advantage. I quickly grab his pendant and pull it off. More concerned with me than anything else, he doesn't notice as I tuck it away in my sleeve. Instead, he helps me stand. I stand up straight with a little laugh. Sorry about that. It's weird to suddenly go from solid pavement to sand. It is all right, even though I'm used to such travel. It still also feels strange to me. Cillian seems to finally realize that he's got his hands on my shoulders still. He scrambles to let me go immediately, taking an overly large step away from me. I barely hear him mumble sorry as he lets out an awkward cough. Cillian transforms into his knightly armor as he looks around. I don't sense them anywhere. Thunder roars out of nowhere, and a bolt of lightning hits Cillian straight on. His body flies through the air upon impact, hitting the sand as he lands, creating a crater around him. What? I knew that it was planned to capture Cillian, but this shocks me to see. I turn around to see Mickey approaching. Oh, are they bad now? Because I'm going to be really upset now if we got duped. Her eyes are fixed on Cillian. In her hands, electricity arches and cracks, clearly ready to attack if he tries anything. Following her are Shinji and Lachlan, and for the slightest moment, I let myself be amused at how similar father and son look next to each other. Cillian groans and sits up. He instantly looks at me, then to Shinji, and then at Mickey and Lachlan. He doesn't have to say anything. It's clear from his expression that he figured it out, that all of this has been a trap for him. Shinji comes to stand next to me as Lachlan walks past us to join Mickey. We stand back to watch the exchange between the two Fae. I glance at Shinji, but he's looking on ahead at what's happening, so I look back at the scene before us. Mickey doesn't say anything, but she doesn't take her eyes off Cillian, and she's still prepared for an attack. Lachlan kneels down to get to Cillian's eye level. How? How did you do it? How did you manage to trick everyone? He grabs for his necklace, clearly trying to escape, but realizes it's not there instantly. He looks to me with a frown, then looks back at Lachlan. Is this the end for me, then? I assume with me out of the way, you'll go after Sorsha now? No, and yes. This is not your end. I don't want it to be. How very believable. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. With Cillian still lying in the sand, Lachlan begins to explain everything. The whole story from the very moment Sorsha had approached Cillian. He explains to Cillian that he's been tricked by Sorsha for all these years. But Cillian doesn't believe it. Even a blind man could see that. Well, he's a one-eyed man. He's kind of half blind, if you think about it. I'm sorry, that was awful, and I'm a horrible person. Not that I blame him. Something like this was hard for me to believe, too. What convenient lies you have concocted. Is this pile of horseshit that you told everyone so they would come join you? My lady would never be as despicable as you are describing her. She spent all these years desperately looking for her beloved child, the one you took away just like that. As soon as Owen was returned to her, as soon as she had her son back, she promised to finally marry me. Seriously? Like, had you not returned out of whatever hellhole you disappeared off to, we would have been happy together by now. She loves me. She has for many years. She never loved you. Only me. Then why did she want... really? If that's true, then why did she marry me? Not only that, but why did she have a child with him if she never loved him? She never loved you, but she got knocked up by me, so why? She felt pressured to marry you. What, does that make you angry? Jealous? It's surreal to watch a conversation like this go down so calmly. However bad the situation is between these two, it doesn't feel like either one wants to truly fight the other. Cillian's words remind me of something. At first, it's like a nagging, forgotten thought, like something you know but can't quite recall. Then, in a sudden rush, it all comes to me and I mumble to myself. Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense at all. That's not what she told me. If she's so kind and pure and whatever, then why was she lying about something like this? It's a pretty obvious sign of lying if she can't even keep her bullshit straight. At that, I feel more confident about having chosen to believe them instead of Sorsha. I must have had some doubts that I was ignoring, but I do feel better about my decision now. I get the feeling I should say something, but I have no idea how helpful it might be. Cillian, you were in the spring court long enough, right? So you would know this then. Does a dahlia mean prosperity and luck? What? No, it does not. Well, what has this got to do with anything? When Sorsha gave me the flower, the dahlia, she lied to me and told me that it meant that. Why would she lie about something as seemingly insignificant as that? I don't say it outright, but I can see that he got the message. Sorsha was the one who cursed me. The seed of doubt has been planted, although understandably Cillian doesn't seem very keen on letting the doubt grow. If you won't believe my words, will you believe my memories? What? You can't. That's... The air feels heavy between them, but I only feel confusion. I hate this feeling of not knowing something. No matter my own desire for knowledge, I don't want to interrupt something as important as this. I can sate my curiosity later when we're all safe. It's worth it if it lets you see the whole truth for yourself. Would it kill him? Looking beyond everything, it truly does seem like the two of them care deeply for each other. Aw, bromance. I hope that friendship can be salvaged after this. I hope Sorsha hasn't irreparably destroyed their bond. Cillian sighs and nods as he sits up. Lachlan places his hands at Cillian's temples and quietly chants something in a language that I can't recognize. Even from here, I can see the little sparks at the tips of his fingers. Completely fascinated by the whole process, I can't tear my eyes away from them. I don't want to. The sparks flash wildly before entering Cillian's skin. Slowly, Cillian's eyes completely glaze over, and Lachlan steps back, seemingly finished with his part. Now we wait. How complicated is it to do something like that? I wonder out loud, not really expecting anyone to answer such a thing right now. Without taking his eyes off the scene before him, Shinji answers. Depends on the exact spell, since there are many different variations of it, and it can be something that's found in different types of magic. I admit that for Fey magic, I'm not really sure. I start to say something, but my voice is cut off by a sudden, heart-wrenching scream. Startled, I look from Shinji to where Cillian and Lachlan are. I look just in time to see Cillian fall on his back, panting. He looks at the sky quietly, then sits up. He tries to get up, but falls to his knees. No, no, no. I can't believe it. I don't want to. How could she be this way? How could I not see it? Oh, he's crying, poor baby. Oh, I kind of feel bad for you. Because you're not a jerk like she is, and Aww. You poor broken-hearted little beautiful one. Aww. I think so far out of all the bad guys, I like him the best, because he's not really a bad guy, you know what I mean? But, like, he's the one that's from Shinji's path that's in Echoes. And I think I like him the best. Katsunosuke is like a good toss-up, because he was such a dick, but you kind of had to like him for it. You're like, God, I hate this guy. But I kind of like him. Just, like, not for Inara. Not Sparkles the Unicorn and Katsunosuke. Nah. But, like, just in general, you're like, he's such an asshole. I kind of like him. Like, as a character, you know? Real life, nah, out. I'm out. I'm out. But, like, poor Cillian. Oh, like, as an actual, like, character, he's very likable. It's stupid, but likable. Cillian, his whole body shakes. He desperately clings onto himself, wrapping his arms around his own body as much as he can. Why? He rocks back and forth. Oh, poor little baby can't handle it. The memories, they can't be faked. Cillian's eyes glaze over. He stops moving. Lachlan sighs. It appears that he retreated into his own mind. Seeing Cillian have a mental breakdown, seeing him just shut down like this, it pains my heart. I don't think that he deserves this sort of fate. Or to be tricked as Sorsha had for years, using him without any regard for Cillian's feelings. Seeing him like that makes me realize that he was truly in love with Sorsha, so the revelation had been all the more painful for him. I hear Shinji's quiet voice, only loud enough for me to hear. Cillian may be hurting now. Showing him the truth might seem cruel now. Now he can finally move on from this one-sided love that wasn't good for him. He can move on and heal. I know in my head that that's the truth of it, and it does make me feel a little better about seeing him like this. About knowing that we're the ones who put him in such a state. But it's still painful to see someone as nice as Cillian suffer like that. Inara, will you give us the pendant you took from Cillian now? For a moment, I forget that I had it. I quickly nod, pull it out of my sleeve, and hand it to Lachlan. Lachlan hands it to Mickey. I'm like, Mickey. I mumble that. Oh my god. Hands it to Mickey, and she puts it on. I'll take Cillian somewhere where he can rest, and she looks down at his motionless form in the sand. I'll watch over him. I don't think he'll do anything to himself or anyone, but... She then grabs onto hold of him, and they disappear in a blink, leaving only me, Shinji, and Lachlan standing on the beach. The three of us exchange glances. With Cillian and Mickey gone, it suddenly hits me how real this all feels. We should go. If we take too long, she might realize that Cillian is missing. After that display with Cillian, I don't even want to say her name. Even thinking it leaves me feeling like I want to punch something. When we arrive at the castle, we find it suspiciously empty. She put on her gear crystal stuff. I fight back a shiver as we walk down the terrace. There are no sounds. Even nature has become eerily quiet. And yet, I get a weird feeling that we're being watched. Does anyone else feel that? Father and son nod. Oh, look at Shinji. He's so fucking pretty in that outfit. I like the fact that he's got, like, rips on his arms. Like, don't ask me why. Is that, like, a fashion statement, Shinji, or you just can't fix your gear crystal suit? Because, I mean, I'm just saying. But I love how beautiful they look together. Like, they're wearing, like, they just, man. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, he's so fucking hot. You know, for a drawing. I mean, he's freaking, like, I have problems. I got 99 problems, and this is one of them. I'm just kidding. Anyway. I imagine Mother Dearest is expecting us. I snort. We wouldn't want to be bad guests, right? Let's go greet the hostess, then. Everything about the situation feels tense, but the jokes help calm the nerves somewhat. Like, welcome to the frickin' Avengers in this. Like, that's what they sound like. Never in my life did I imagine doing something like this. And yet here I am, dressed up in my magical armor, part of a rather snarky team that's about to go fight an evil queen. Lachlan takes the lead, walking ahead of us since he's the only one who knows where to go. Shinji and I walk side by side. He briefly brushes his hand against mine. Even without words, I know what he's trying to say. It'll be okay. The throne room is just over there. Get ready. Who knows what she might have in store for us. Lachlan starts to move, then stops and looks back at us again. Before we go in, a warning. There's a saying, beware of the Fae and their twisted tongues. So just keep that in mind at all times when we face her. With that said, he continues to lead us forward. She's like, great, someone's gonna lie to me. And that explains, oh, that's cool. That explains why they were thinking, oh, it could be Takumi because the purple eyes, because Lachlan has purple eyes. Like, I'm so dumb that I just totally just realized that now. I wasn't paying attention to him that much to, like, notice his eyes before. Hey, the throne room's pretty. The first thing I notice upon walking into the throne room is the guards. So many of them, all neatly standing by the walls. No, honey, those are vases and those are columns. It's not guards. It's okay. My eyes follow along the long line of guards to Sorsha, who isn't hard to spot. Hi, guards. She sits on the throne with a guard at each side. I welcome you, dear guests. The sweetness in her voice is sickening. She looks as kind as she always has, but I can no longer shake the feeling of utter and complete wrongness. I think it's funny that their collars are kind of the same as Shinji's, so like his gear crystal armor that he had before he even knew he was a Fae looks just like Fae armor, which is weird. Cool, I mean I like it, but it is strange, like, did he like know somewhere, or was that just like, let's make it all look the same, and like they didn't realize that, like, I mean he looks good in it though, so I'm not gonna complain, but her eyes are much more like Shinji's, yet so completely wrong. They go from me to Shinji and stop on Lachlan. Her smile doesn't falter in the slightest, turning sad instead. I am saddened to see you come to me with Lachlan. Has he charmed you so that you believe me the villain? She waves her guards away. Without a word, they move to stand by the walls. Lachlan laughs, but it sounds so hollow and mocking. Drop the act already. You're not fooling anyone anymore. Fine. It was a rather tiresome role to play. So you got me. Good for you. I must congratulate you, my darling. Wait, why is Shinji saying I must congratulate you, my darling husband? You won the round. I stare at her face in numb disbelief. Why did it say Shinji? I think they messed that up. Because that's not supposed to... Okay. Even though I knew about it, actually seeing the switch in Sorsha's demeanor feels unreal. Not content with just watching the scene unfold, I step forward. Why? Why are you doing all this? Her eyes focus on me, and I have to stop myself from visibly recoiling from the disgust on her face. Ah, you. You want to know why? The reason is rather simple. Mommy had me so she could live a cozy, rich life. She wanted to be queen. Daddy didn't want to be king, so she got rid of him and made it look like someone else had done it. Mommy Dearest taught me all I know. She went through husband after husband, each and every one of them dying in some mysterious way. I helped, of course, ever the little helper that I was. Oh, but it was ever so dreadful living under her boot. I became bored of it. Of her. She laughs, but the gentle musical laughter I heard before is no more. The sound sends a chill through my very bones. All it took is switching out the wine glasses for her and her toy at the time, and Bye-bye, Mommy. Shinji clicks his tongue. So what? Is this story supposed to make us feel for your sad, miserable life? Feel bad? No, I do not care in the slightest. Then why? For fun? Or perhaps to scare you? Who can guess? You seem to be doing it for your own amusement more than anything else. Perhaps making us feel bad about your past would just be like some sort of delightful joke to you. She claps slowly. Bravo, son, you have me all figured out. You take so much after me. Shinji looks so disgusted that he can't even talk. He looks like, oh, I'm gonna go cry. Perhaps if I had gotten to raise you, things would have turned out differently. We could have taken Avalon together by now. She looks to Lachlan. But you just had to go and ruin my perfectly laid out plans. I would have given you a quick death after a short life of happiness. How very kind of you. Yes, I am quite kind. But you ruined my plans, so you no longer deserve any kindness from me. I glance to all the motionless guards. I wonder what they think of their queen. You keep saying Lachlan ruined your plans, but you're the one who's revealing them in front of everyone. She snorts. What, them? They're little more than mindless drones by now. If I told them to jump off a cliff, they would go and do as instructed without a single thought. That's disgusting. Cillian would have been the same, but the fool was so in love with me I didn't see any need to bother. Sorsha stands up from her seat. She walks slowly, gracefully. It seems as if she's simply gliding along the floor. If not for the sound of her heels clicking against the stone floor, I would think as much. She stands before us, and for the first time, I truly see what a beautiful family they might have made. Outwardly, they look intimidatingly beautiful together. So completely picture perfect. Well, yeah, but everybody in this game is legitimately beautiful. I mean, if you haven't noticed, like, they're all, like... The way they're all drawn and look, they're all fucking gorgeous. Like, everyone. Except beyond appearances, they're not. I stand between Sorsha and Shinji. I can't. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Sorsha and Shinji. That's a lot of she noises. Alright, I have problems. You should realize that your plans have failed completely. If you stop this now, you can save yourself the fight. Well, aren't you precious? She's not even taking me seriously? I take a step closer to her. You told us your sob story. But what do you think you'll gain here, truly? Sorsha stares down at me silently. The old me might have been scared by her, but I won't back down. Is it not obvious, you silly little girl? I want to take my rightful place in the world. If I cannot take the throne as High Queen myself, I'll do the next best thing. My darling son will rule for me. He'll be High King, but I will be the true power behind the throne. Shinji steps forward to stand at my side. He quietly places a hand on my shoulder. In what backward dimension do you think I would just let you do that? You forget that not everyone bends to your will. Without warning, Sorsha moves forward. I see it happen in slow motion. She reaches out to grab Shinji's face, but just before she can, I react. I slap her hand away hard. Yeah, bit. BAM! Down! Do not interrupt me, you filthy little witch! I don't back down, standing taller instead. I look her right in the eye. That's sorceress to you, bitch. This is not something I was ever proud of. I never had any reason to be proud. So it never even occurred to me to be proud of what I am, but... I'm a sorceress! Yeah. I like this one, this path. This path is good. If my powers help me protect the people I love, then I will stand proud. I will become an unstoppable force. I will not let anyone hurt those precious to me. But don't you worry your pretty little head. I'm sure it's hard to remember such things when you're clearly not all there. Okay, that was kind of a lame insult, but... If it's what I have to do, I will become the greatest sorceress that ever lived. What? How dare you? She glares down at me. Then she starts to laugh. I should have guessed from the start that you would be trouble. As I was favored, of course you would. Yeah, chaos naturally follows your kind. Is this true? Such a shame. I'd hoped to avoid having to hurt a creation of the god of chaos. But I can at least make him proud of how I deal with you. Sorsha walks toward the throne, stopping to stand right in front of it. You know, all you have to do is just be like, bam! Shoot some power at her, stab her in the back, and she's dead. Guards, kill my husband and capture my son. And the sorceress, leave her to me. The soldiers move fast. They surround Lachlan and Shinji with their glaives at the ready. I'm left to stand alone, facing Sorsha on my own. Ah! Give me a break. They could take those guards. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this part up here because this is what we do. And I think this is the last chapter, I think. And then obviously our final chapter. So yeah. Yeah, but I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.